Alright, this is the Spooky Update. It's a game I made back in October of 2019, just before Halloween. And I made it in just under a month, and it was the second game that I pretty much ever made, and I made it in Godot, of course, and I did all the music myself in Boscasiole, but this was actually the last time that I made music for myself. Because I'm not very good at it. I don't really like doing it. It's kind of hard. I'm just not a music person, I guess. I don't know. Or at least a music making with software person. And yeah, we added a mute button to this game, I remember, because somebody complained about the previous game not having one. And anyway, we're going to click here to open our eyes and get started. So this is kind of like, this was supposed to be like a virtual reality screen, and you're like, looking at it like you wake up every morning and you just have this like screen in your face and you just play games and enjoy it. And there's this little helper guy that, walks you through it, and there's just some buttons that you press, and I tried to make it easy to know what to do by typing like press or hold down there. But anyway, this is the climbing game, and you've clearly played this a lot, as you can see how many miles you've climbed in this very exhilarating experience. And man, I think initially this was just going to be a climbing game, and then I was like, no, that's lame. Let's make a bunch of different little mini games. And I learned a lot from it. And I love that the music slows down if you stop moving. Anyway, oh no, it crashed. What happened? If you can read this, you've been lied to. Oh no. Whatever could it mean? Not even the robot knows. He's like, oh geez. But hey, look, we're getting the Halloween update, the spooky update with some new games in it. Hell yeah. Let's do it. So we got Pumpkin Carver, the Potion Master, and the Ghost, Candy Ghost or whatever. So let's check out Pumpkin Carver. So yeah, this is basically a little make your own pumpkin game. It's so fun. And look how happy, he's like, I hope nothing's too scary. Like, he's so wholesome. There's a moon in the back from a different game that Ibrahim made. And yeah, you just make a pumpkin, and then you go down to finish. I probably would have done something different with the arrows, because it was kind of confusing, but I don't know. I just had to have that controller down at the bottom. Anyway, yeah, it's just a very wholesome game. There's no weirdness. I don't know what that little crash was before, but we're just gonna go along. This is the potion game. I actually made a ton of different potions that you can make, depending on the order that you drop these in. So that's kind of fun, and it changes colors depending on the order again. And yeah, like with this order, you made Chocolate Eruption, which is definitely just a reference to the Goonies. Double toil and fun. It's so happy. It's so good. This robot could do no bad. Anyway, last game from the spooky update is the Candy Ghost, and obviously you need to collect a bunch of candy as you're floating up. And yeah, people, I think, had the most trouble on this game because I think the controls, I don't know, it's just a weird game having the controls on screen. It's just, I don't know. Also, the audio for the candy is messed up, and whenever I collect it, my little bass thing just goes crazy. So I don't know what I did, because I made this game before I even had a subwoofer, but boy, now playing it again, it's like, what did you do? Why is it so loud in the subwoofer? Get ready for a candy shower. Hell yeah. And you can see that I counted the candy that you collect in the bottom left corner, and the colors, which are randomly generated, although I didn't use the randomize function in Godot, so you get a lot of this weird, like, same color. Like, look at all those orange ones in a row. It's just weird. I don't know. I'm not sure how that happened. But yeah, you collect a bunch of candy, and the pile actually changes depending on how many candies you collect. If you get a bunch, he's like, ah! And he says different things. I made him say so many different things. So those are the games. Totally normal, right? No, that's not the game. I made not only 4 different mini games, but also all of the Halloween mini games have different endings if you like break them. So if you recall, the little symbol that popped up when you first got that crash was this little glove thing, and it was red. So if you put that on the pumpkin, ooh, what happens? Oh yeah, this is not correct protocol. Yeah. If you believe in something beyond this, perhaps all hope is not lost. I don't know. For hope is not lost? I don't know. I'm trying to be all deep, and I'm not. Game is clearly defective. No worries, I can fix it. Guess how he fixes it, though? He just makes it unplayable. Totally fixed. Right, and to break this one's kind of a harder one to break. So that's the ancient stone, and there's a little rat cage over there, and if you plop it on the rat cage, it breaks that. A little mouse comes out, and if you drop the powder on the cheese, and the mouse eats it. And I mean, come on, that's like the best part of the game. And then a ghost comes out because I couldn't think of anything better to happen. But hey, it's Halloween related, why not? You just gotta drop it on the ghost, don't miss. And he gets a little book that was on top of the shelf, and it has the symbol. Oh no! God, this was a fun game to make. There's just so much going on. The code is completely messy with this, but I liked it. I think it was a cute game, and I doubt very many people beat it. But if they did, maybe they thought it was a really cool idea. Who knows? I like breaking out of games. I don't know. That's like the funnest part, just breaking games. So why not make games that are supposed to be broken, you know? And then finally, excuse me, getting candy. You're actually not supposed to get candy. You're supposed to do the opposite. So just avoid the candy as you're going up the turd-looking wall that is just the same wall as the climbing game, except a little darker. Just modulated it. Magical. I remember making this one. I had a lot of issues with it, but it turned out okay. What the heck? I think it's because it was the only game that actually had like movement to it that was from the player. And then yeah, you just kind of hide out on this right side. And you just go through the little gaps that the candy had. Got a lot of comments about people not knowing how to beat this one. I thought it'd be obvious. You just don't do what he says, you know? You just don't collect candy, but who knows? And then there's no candy because you didn't get any. So you can go left. You're like, wait a second, there's a space. What is this place? Something's not right. Stay away from that symbol. And it crashes again. For the final time, you broke all the games. How could you? You seek the truth? Will you comprehend it? We shall find out. Oh yeah. And it's like a mask lifting off. The hand symbols, what could they be? They're your hands! And then I just had to add lights there because it was like so dark. I don't know. It's weird. A weird ending. He made the update just for you. And you broke it. How dare you? But there's no leaving. You are stuck there to be experimented on forever. And that is the spooky update. It was a lot of fun to make. Although, I will say there is a bug, there is a glitch, and I think we figured out how to solve it, but because it's a web game, if you have a computer that doesn't quite support like a bunch of stuff on the screen at once, it kind of just culls stuff out. So for some reason on the which one? The probably all of them, honestly, but the worst one affected was the potion game, where sometimes people just saw like a black screen with like the rock like moving around. Like they could drop stuff, but the rest of it was just a black screen. I got comments from somebody that was like, what are you doing? I'm like, you just dropped them in the cauldron. And he's just like, I don't even see a cauldron. And we're like, what? So I don't know. We didn't put up a patch for it or anything. We probably should have. I don't know. It's too late now. I don't want to go back to it. It's kind of a shame because I think that might have affected quite a few computers. I tried it on my wife's dad's computer and it did that thing too, and I was so disappointed because I was trying to show him the game and I couldn't do it. It was like, oh God, come on, why? Ugh. So yeah, feel free to go try it for yourself. There's a lot of different things to see and different like the robot says a bunch of different stuff and there's a bunch of different potions you can make and it's just so funny and it's great. But if it breaks and gives you a black screen, I'm really, really, really sorry. I don't know. That's what happens though when you try to learn how to make video games. You're gonna run into issues and they're frustrating and sometimes you just have to move on, you know? Do better next time. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. Toodles.